Should you sell all of your kids' stuff that is all over your house? Do you have kids' stuff in every corner of your house? Do you think it's possible to make hundreds of dollars selling your kids' stuff that they don't even use anymore? On this podcast, we're going to talk about the amazing world of consignment. And how it can bring value to your family. You might be here because you want to make some money. You might be here because you want to save some money. We're here to help you transition to the next season and the next size. Today is June 17th, 2025, and we are talking about selling our kids stuff and should we actually do it? And that is what's coming up today when we talk and tag with Sunflower Sprouts. But first, let's unbox. If you're just finding me on the internet, the webs, and all that kind of good stuff. My name is Jen Stickle. I am the co-owner of Sunflower Sprouts, the largest consignment sale in Western Pennsylvania with 2 locations, one in Pittsburgh and one in Erie, 2 events. And I like to unbox toys on the internet. It's super fun for me. And today we have a very big announcement that is appropriate to the time of recording. So we're going to talk about that. And Stitch is all the rage right now. Lilo and Stitch are coming back. They are, it's not trending. They had a new movie come out, right? So I guess they're trending. I don't know. So I have a little Stitch collectible minifig. I'm pretty sure this is going to be somewhat of a bust. I got this at a gas station. Pretty sure I got it at Sheetz because I saw another one. Probably paid $8 for it. So let's bust this open and see what's inside. So we're going to talk about one of our major announcements today has to do with registration. So that is very, very exciting. Let me see. I'm going to grab a couple of things real quick. Yeah, okay, hold on. So anyways, one of the things we're talking about today is like, should we even sell our kids stuff? So that's I don't know about you, but it is summer break. I kind of like that it's a pineapple. And summer break, my house feels so very lived in. I have one blue bag. Here is my wish list. It's telling me that this guy eating the frisbee is super rare. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 guys that we're interested in right here. Let's see, who do I want? I like the guy holding the camera. Oh, I like the pink one holding the flowers. Oh, and there's a guy with the honeycomb. So let's see who we're gonna get. Ugh. Oh, it's the construction. He's building a little birdhouse. Seems a little apropos for the Stickle family. We also own a construction company and do renovations and pool houses and basements and new kitchens. And one of my girlfriends is getting a new kitchen right now, so that's very exciting. Okay, so we have some trash. You guys know that. Yeah, it's fine. These make so much trash. So, okay, so let's talk about all the kids stuff, right? That's like piling up all over. It's summer and it's everywhere. And I feel like it's because the house is lived in right now. You know what I mean? And there's more people, which is fine. I love it. I actually secretly love having everybody around. It's been really nice to have. I can't believe, yeah, it's been really nice to have the kids and everybody home. I'm really enjoying it. It's been a couple of great weeks. This is the week they're at baseball camp, so they're all settled in finally this morning. So let's get to it. We have some big announcements today, and that is that fall 2025 is right around the corner, and it is time to register. Let's make this look a little bit different. There we go. Okay, registration is next week. Everybody, drop all your comments in the all your questions in the comments, and we'll do our best to get to them. So registration for fall 2025 is coming next week. We are ready to celebrate our 15th anniversary this fall with Sunflower Sprouts. Big deal. There's going to be a big party Friday night. We're so the Friday night of the sale. We're so excited. It's going to be a super exciting season. So registration opens next week. Very, very exciting. We're so pumped. So let me explain this just a smidgen for those of you who are just new and just finding us. Um, you can Sunflower Sprouts is a great place to get rid of your gently used children's items, and sell with us and make some bank, make a bunch of cash. And so you need to register to sell with us and secure a spot. We only take so many consigners every season, and we got a wait list last year. I'm sorry, last spring, faster than we've ever gone to a wait list. So there will be a wait list this season. We're hoping to take a couple people off of it, but there's a couple of things that factor into that. So we'll just have to see, but we will go to a wait list. So do not wait to register. You can see next Monday, my VIPs are going to be my very important consigners. I'm sorry, my VICs are going to be able to register on Monday at noon. If you don't know if you're a VIC, we send out emails. So we let you know if you're a VIC. A VIC is a consignor who sold 80% of their active tags last season. So the VIC status is something that comes and goes. So it's not a lifelong Girl Scout badge. It's a Girl Scout badge you get every season. It's brand new. So if you sold with 80% of your things in the spring, you're a VIC in the fall. And so you get to register first. Then on Tuesday, anyone who's ever sold with us before and has a consignor number is going to be able to register on Tuesday at noon. So the returning consignors can register Tuesday at noon. And then all of our new consignors, anyone who's never sold with us before, they don't have a consignor number, they can register with us Wednesday at noon. If it goes like it did last season, we will be on a wait list by Friday. Okay. So do not wait. So, so let's talk about like, why should you sell with us? Why should you even register to sell with us? So we're going to kind of go through 5 reasons why I think you should sell your kids stuff. But before I start that, and give you all these great reasons, I just want to say to you that we know that it can be hard. And what do I mean by that? Well, so I have 6 kids, right? And we actually just pulled the train set out of storage. It's probably time to sell the train set. So I pulled the train set out. For those of you who don't know, I have 6 kids between the ages of 10 and 21. And I have 5 boys. So we've had this train set for a very long time in our house. And I love this train set. We've built so many great trains. We've had so many great memories. So I pulled the train set out of storage. It's probably time to get rid of it, right? We've had it for years. And wouldn't you know that the Littles built a train track the other day, and I just really loved it. So I think we're going to hang on to it a little bit longer. But my point is that it's going to be really hard to sell the train track when it's time. And I might even consider that one piece keeping around for the grandkids, but it takes up 2 bins and a lot of space in my house. So if I sell it right now, I can buy a new one for the grandkids later in life, right? And the point of that is to get that out of the house, to get back space that my big kids need to play in right now. They'd rather be throwing balls or doing, like, I'd rather have the space right now. And maybe I'm going to have all girls and or girl grandkids and they won't want to play with train tracks. Right. Or maybe, they won't live in my backyard and they won't come over and play with train tracks every day. My point is it's not always apropos to keep things, because you think you might use them, but you might actually not. And so in addition to that, like you can make some money right now. They can get some extra life. We're going to talk about that all here in a minute. I also had a friend who, had a really hard time selling the play kitchen. That's another one that's really hard to sell. A lot of our kids, we have a lot of fake calories that we put on over the years, eating, the cookies and the meals that our children have prepped for us in their play kitchens. And when you sell the kitchen, you don't sell the memories. And that's the thing to remember. What you really love and what means a lot to you are the memories, not the actual kitchen. And so what I would recommend is, if it's something that's really hard for you, get out some pictures, print some pictures, hold on to the memories and the pictures, but you don't have to hold on to the kitchen. It's okay to sell these things, but we want you to know that we know that it's hard. Okay. So sometimes the socks, those aren't hard to part with, but like some of the Easter dresses that our little girls wore, or their first communion dresses, or like I said, the toy kitchen or some of those other toys, they can be really hard to get rid of because we think we're selling like the memories, but we're not. We're actually selling the toys and we get to keep the memories. So I just really want to encourage all of you in that and just let you know that we know this can be a hard process and we really actually are here to support you. Okay. So all right. So why should you sell these things, right? So that might be the reason that you don't want to sell it. But we want you to know that we're here to help you like let go of it. So let's talk about the great reasons that you do want to sell that kitchen and and that train set. Okay. And maybe even the baby rocker. First of all, you're going to get some extra money. Okay. And I'm not talking about the couple of dollars that you get when you go to the brick and mortar and you give them your bin and then they turn around and give you $10. That's not what we're talking here. Our average paycheck this last spring season for our consigners in Pittsburgh was $400. Okay. I cut 2 checks for $1,000. It depends on how much you make, depends on how many items you bring, how you price them, the quality they're in, the value that they originally had, and if you discount or not. So if you bring me, 12 board games, you're not going to make $400. But if you bring me your baby glider and you bring me your kitchen and you bring me your train track, and then you bring me also some board games and some clothes, you're going to be, excuse me, you're going to make a lot of money. And just remember, our average check is $400. So we have our consigners are using this money to make a dent in their summer vacations, in their Christmas funds. It's a great way to make a significant amount of money, selling your kids stuff. So we're not talking about, 20 or $30. You're going to make more than it's going to cost you to go to Target. Okay. Another reason to sell your kids stuff with us is that you're going to be able to sell it all at one time. Okay. Now, I say all to get your attention, but our sell through rate is about 70%. So so we were just talking about VICs and how to become a VIC, you have to sell 80% of your kids' stuff. We had 650 consigners in Pittsburgh last season, and almost half of them sold 80% or more of their items. Guys, you're never going to sell 70% of your stuff at a yard sale. It's just, I've never done it. I've never seen anybody do it. I've never talked to anyone who's like, I sold all my stuff at my garage sale. You always have a bunch of stuff left over at the end of your garage sale that you end up taking, probably to a donation center. You've spent all this time tagging it, collecting it, getting it ready, presenting it in your driveway, just to not sell it all. So we have a very high sell-through rate. We average 70, but last season we hit 76. So that means of the almost 100,000 items that came into our building, we sold 76% of those items. So we're going to make it easy for you to get rid of a bunch of your stuff at one time. Okay. Now, a lot of people, one of the most common questions is, well, what happens to the stuff that doesn't sell? Well, there's 2 things that can happen. Number one, you can come back and pick it back up and try to sell it the next season in the spring of 2026, or you can donate it to one of our local nonprofits. Okay. So if that's what you were going to do after your garage sale anyways, then just let us donate it. Okay. Okay. Another reason that you should definitely sell your kids' stuff is it's just good for the planet, right? And it's good for the toys. And in the clothes, most of this all has plenty of life left. Okay. I think about Toy Story 3 all the time. I meant to pull up the little picture of the end of Toy Story 3 where they're all sitting there watching Andy. Oh, sorry. Spoiler alert, but come on. But the toys get a second chance, right? And they get a second chance at life. They get the kitchen still has life in it, guys. And another family, another mom needs to, eat some fake calories. Okay. So, lots of new meals can be made in the fake kitchen. And other families can make new memories. So a lot of our toys have a lot of life left in them. And, if you just donate them to a donation center, they don't always get resold. Sometimes, if there's not room for them, they can get trashed. And sometimes they're just bought and resold anyways. So anyways, we really recommend, one of the largest things that pollutes our earth is clothing. And so it's super important to us that number one, we inspect everything. So if there's anything with stain, tears, holes, we reject those items. We don't sell them at our sale. We highly recommend that you textile recycle. I'm very excited to announce that North Catholic, which is where my kids go to school here in Cranberry, they're getting a textile recycling bin in their parking lot. I'm so pumped. So if you don't know what to do with the stuff that has stains, hair, tears, holes, rips, we need to textile recycle them. We cannot throw them in the garbage can anymore, guys. They're polluting our earth. Okay, I'm going to step off that soapbox. There's also donation bins at Pitt. On the Pitt campus that you can drop off your textile recycles. And there's actually a new one. I still have to look into it a little bit more, but there's a new bin that popped up in the it's on 228 across from Chick-fil-A, like that strip mall where my competitor is, or the brick and mortar. She's not my competitor, the brick and mortar. And Lowe's is right there. And not Trader Joe's, not Whole Foods, but Fresh Time. The Target parking lot, there's a textile recycling bin that's there. Okay. Do not leave when you make donations to these places. Don't leave them outside of the bins, because then they actually have to throw them out. They can't actually even recycle them. They have to become trash. So there's a difference between trash and recycling. We'll have a whole podcast for that another time. I'm stepping off this soapbox, but let's take care of the planet. All right. The other reason that we encourage you to sell with us is because we have more shoppers than you're going to get at a regular garage sale. And we also have your perfect audience. Okay. So by having more shoppers in your perfect audience, this is going to translate into more sales for you. Okay. So you're sitting at your garage sale and you're hoping that a mom who has the same age kids as you, rolls up to your garage sale. And then you have to hope that her kids like your kids' stuff. Right. And so, even as a twin mom, if I try to sell my twin stuff, the twin mom isn't going to like the whole wardrobe, right? She might like part of it, but because we pull in your perfect audience, you're more likely to sell your stuff because that's who we're targeting. That's who our customer is. And so you're going to have more sales just because we provide you with the perfect audience and target audience. And that's going to create more shoppers looking at your stuff. Okay. One of the questions I've got over the years is, well, do I have to like sit at a table at Sunflower Sprouts? And you do not have to sit there. So that's the other thing. Like, you invest time into sitting in your garage for that whole Saturday, Sunday, sometimes Friday night, right? Or Friday, if they start at 8 a.m. on Friday, and you sit there Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you have to just sit there. And then you're probably going to have to haggle, right? So all that is eliminated with us. You do not have to sit there at all. You drop everything off. You put the books with the books. You put the shoes with the shoes. You put the girls' clothes with the girls' clothes, and then you leave. And you technically never have to come back if you don't want to. But most people come back to shop, and a few come back to pick up what doesn't sell. It's probably 30% of our consigners come back and pick up what doesn't sell ish. A lot of people donate. Okay. The other reason that you should sell your stuff with us is it's just easy to do. Okay. Now there's work and then there's hard work. Okay. So it definitely takes work, but the work is not hard work. Okay. We're not talking about brain surgery here, guys. We're talking about putting a tag on a t-shirt and dropping it off. Okay. The hardest thing might be is how much people trying to figure out how to price their items and actually letting go of things that have meaning to them. Those are probably the two actually hardest things about consigning. The time that it takes, you're going to make your money back totally, right? Like I don't have the right word, but like you're going to get paid. Your paycheck is going to be worth the time that it takes. Okay. I promise you. And so anytime you want to make any money, you have to put some work into it. And so there is work that goes into it, but again, you're going to make a significant amount of money and the work isn't hard work. Okay. It's just work, right? So you're going to have to tag all your items. So everybody asks, do I get to decide the price of my items? Yes, you do. You get to decide how much you sell that pair of shoes for. You get to decide how much you sell that board game for. You get to decide all that. And then, you also get to decide I'm sorry, but then you do have to attach the tags. Okay. And we're here to support you in that. One of the reasons I'm going to tell you to choose Sunflower Sprouts when it comes to choosing a consignment sale is because we do have a closed private online Facebook group that is there to answer a lot of your questions. We have so many resources on our website, and we have even more coming that will give you ideas on how to tag your items. Okay. So we can help you with those things, like how to actually attach the tag. That's easy for us to help you with. We actually have like suggested prices for certain things, and we will suggest certain ranges of what you want to sell your stuff for. So we're here to help you with that too. So again, maybe the hardest part is just actually letting go of these things that might actually hold some value to you. But remember, the memories aren't in the item. Okay. So you can sell the item and still keep the memories. All right. So those are the 5 reasons why I think you should sell your kids' stuff and get it all out of your house, right? It's just a great way to make some money. Okay. Especially if you're a stay-at-home mom. This is a great way to just add value to your family. Okay, so selling with us, even though it's not hard work, it is work. And so there are 5 steps. We make it super easy for you. The first thing that we encourage you to do is just to collect your stuff. And so you hear me say this at the end of every podcast: go get a laundry basket, dump it out, and just start walking around the house and just find things that your kids aren't using anymore. Okay. And if you're wondering if they're using it anymore, just go put it in a bin right now, put it in the garage or put it in the basement or stick it, under your bed in the master, and see if they ask for anything out of it. And if they do, they can have it back. And if they don't, you can sell it. Okay. So a lot of what we do get rid of are our kids' last season's clothes. And then so you don't have to go crazy. Just start with last season, right? I will say, and we have a blog on this, and I think I've done a podcast on this before. I don't recommend that you start with a baby bin. So if you have bins of clothes that are in storage from years of having kids, or just your kid is 15 and you still have his baby clothes, I don't recommend that you start with a baby bin. I recommend that you start with the biggest, newest box first and work your way backwards. Our baby bins are not our cash cows. That is not where the money is sitting in your house. There's some money in your baby bin, but it's very likely that those things are significantly stained because they've been in storage for a while, and or they're off trend and off brand. They're just off trend right now. They're not like cool to wear anymore. And also because of baby showers, most of our clients aren't purchasing baby items. The people that are purchasing our baby items are the grandmas who are there to get extra PJs for their house. That's really what's happening. Okay. So new moms don't normally shop consignment. They normally have baby showers, and then they have a bunch to sell. So it's a problem it's a vicious cycle. But my recommendation is, if you're going to a baby shower, take diapers. That's my recommendation. Stop buying clothes. Stop buying our babies' clothes. They don't even wear them. Okay. So the second step after you've collected all your stuff is to register. And so we are talking about that right now. Registration for this fall opens next week. We're super excited. Don't wait. Okay. So register to sell with us. Next week, we're going to talk about what do you get for the $23 and what that looks like. Because I'm going to do this again on Tuesday. Registration for new consigners is going to open on Wednesday. So next week, we're going to talk about everything you get for the $23 that it costs to sell with Sunflower Sprouts. So registering is the second step. The third step is to price and tag all of your items. Okay. And so this is, like I said, we have a lot of resources to help you price and tag all of your items. It's fairly easy to do. We actually send you a packet in the mail with cardstock and safety pins. We also, you can use a tagging gun in the tag, size tag. If you want, this shirt doesn't have, oh yeah, it does right there. Use your tagging gun in that. So anyways, pricing and tagging is the third step. We have a lot of people here to help support you with that. We have a whole consignor support team ready and waiting to help you. Okay. And then the fourth step to selling with us is dropping off. So on drop-off day, those days are September 6th and 7th. I don't have it memorized yet. 7th and 8th. So Sunday and Monday, September 7th and 8th, Sunday and Monday are drop-off days. So you will get a drop-off time, and you'll roll up to the Pittsburgh Indoor Sports Arena, and we will welcome you, and we'll give you a map, and we will give you a spot, and you'll unload, and we'll inspect your stuff and make sure it all looks good and works. and then you get to put it all on the floor where it belongs, and then you leave. So we have uh, a lot of support on drop off day. Drop off day is fairly simple, even though it is very busy, and it's busy. Let's use that word. It can seem chaotic to some people, but it is an organized mess. It's a lot of fun, but it is a busy day. Okay. And it's a fast paced, busy moving day. Okay. But we do our best to support you and get you dropped off. Okay. All right. So then the fifth part of selling with us is getting paid. Like I said, our average paycheck this last spring was $400 in Pittsburgh, which means there are checks larger than that and smaller than that. So it's a great way to make money, but we use PayPal. So directly right back in electronically. So it comes very quickly and then it's ready to be used very soon. We promise you 10 business days. We don't normally take that long, but that's kind of how that works. So that's the fifth step in selling with us. So that's very, very exciting. So we love the other reason that we think you should sell with us is we are turning 15 this fall. So we have a lot of experience. We've been doing this for a while. I mentioned my kids were between 10 and 21. I've been selling with Sunflower Sprouts almost since the beginning. It's just such a great thing to do. We have a really great team of people. I just sat with a staff last night on a Zoom call and talked to them about all the new exciting things coming up this season. And so we have a great team here ready to help you make a bunch of money selling your kids stuff that they're not even using anymore. So anyways, lots of exciting things coming this fall. Just to give you a sneak peek, if you do know us and you have sold with us before, we're having a new mom department this season, which we're super excited about. So you've been able to sell your summer reads with us before. We've had where you can purchase like some adult books, summer adult read books, and shoes. We're going to move the not the old shoes, the bigger shoes. We're going to take the bigger shoes. We're going to take the purses. We're going to take the books. We're going to put them all in one area. And then we're going to add mom cups. So you're going to be able to sell and buy your Stanleys, your Owalas, your Yetis. We're very excited to add the mom cups. We started testing some of them this spring and they're selling. So we are very excited to be adding that department to the floor this season. The other big news is that we are expanding. So we love the Pittsburgh Indoor Sports Arena. We have normally used 2 soccer fields up until now, and it's time. It's time to use that third soccer field that no one is using. We have been talking to Blessed Address. They've known this has been coming for about a year. We are working on finding a home for Blessed Address and hopefully using the basketball court. So please stay tuned for that. But we are expanding to the third soccer field. And this means more space for you to move around in, easier to bring the wagons and the strollers in. This means just more room to spread out. And hopefully this will increase our sell-through rate even more. So we're very excited to go to the third soccer field. The toys are moving to the new field. All the baby stuff is moving to the one we've always used. And then the clothes are staying in the main rooms. Everyone will get mini maps when they show up in the fall. It's going to feel familiar, even though it's going to be new. So we've been actually prepping our shoppers for this for the last couple seasons. Subconsciously, the strollers have already moved. The books will stay the same. And the baby floor is going to look exactly the same. We're just going to lift it up, pivot it, and move it into the other room. So it should feel oddly familiar, even though there is some change coming. So very, very exciting things coming this fall. But most importantly, we are ready to celebrate our 15th anniversary with all of you with a big party Friday night. That's going to be the 12th. I'm pretty sure. Just let me grab that. Yeah, Friday, September 12th is going to be our big party. There will be cake. So it's a great time. We have so much fun. I love this village so much. It's just such a blast knowing all of you and selling with you. And, the funny thing is going back to the kitchen, we have this, a couple of toys. One of them is a stuffed giraffe. That's a large stuffed giraffe. It's probably 4 feet tall that we keep selling to each other. And then there's also a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. I don't know if it's going to come back for a while because I think a 3-year-old just got it, but we had it for a while. So it's super fun to see some of these bigger toys and even some of the other ones kind of circle back through. I've bought the Paw Patrol fire truck 3 separate times over our career because like we were in a Paw Patrol phase and then we were not in a Paw Patrol phase. And so I sold the fire truck and then we got back into a fire Paw Patrol phase when a new movie came out. So I bought the fire truck and then it sat there and didn't use. So I sold the fire truck and then a new movie came out. I bought the fire truck again. So it's super fun to watch these toys come and go through the years. And just, it's just such an honor to be part of this village. I love it so much. So, all right. So that is why you should sell your kids stuff, guys. Let's make some extra money. So, and let's save the planet. Let's get it all out of our house at one time with the perfect shopper, because it's pretty fairly easy to do. So, all right, guys, are you ready for fall? I know that I am loving summer break. I have a bunch more baseball to play. I've got a couple baby showers. We have a bunch of graduation parties left to attend. It's going to be a phenomenal summer. Don't forget to stop and just enjoy yourself this summer. Put your feet up for a hot minute, grab a glass of your favorite whatever, and enjoy your summer. But fall is right around the corner. So don't miss out on registration. I like to give you guys 10 weeks to tag. And just so you know, I'm giving you an extra week to tag this year. So this season, you're going to get 11 weeks to tag because the 10th week was 4th of July. I'm not opening registration the week of 4th of July. And I got a big party to throw that week anyways, because someone graduated this year. So I don't want to do registration the week of 4th of July. And then Erie's registration will open the week after that. Okay. So this is just Pittsburgh. I know you're going to ask me next, when's Erie opening? Erie is going to open the week of July 7th. Okay. So those dates are coming soon too. All right. So who's ready for fall 2025? Pittsburgh is going to be the week of September 11th through the 14th. Erie is October 4th through the 5th. Consignor registration for Pittsburgh opens next week. Consignor for Pittsburgh. Consignor registration for Erie opens the week of July 7th. If you want to shop at our event and get incredible deals on shopping, head over to our website, get on our mailing list in the top menu, and stay up to date on all things Sunflower Sprouts. Also, head over to Instagram, stay on Facebook. That's where you're going to find all of the new new information. And then if you're ready to get rid of the kids' stuff that is taking up space in your house, get a box, get a bin, or dump out a laundry basket and just start collecting. And then register to sell with us at Sunflower Sprouts. I hope you guys have a great week and you're having a fabulous summer.